Okay, so when you think of the absolute healthiest food you can eat, what comes to mind? I bet it's something like a beautiful basket of vibrant, farm-fresh produce, right? But what if I told you that a real nutritional powerhouse, the secret to saving money and cutting down on food waste, is actually hiding in plain sight, in the freezer aisle? Today, we're putting fresh versus frozen to the test.
This is really the big question, isn't it? I mean, we've all been taught to believe that farm fresh automatically means healthiest. It just feels true. But you gotta wonder, is that assumption actually costing us? Not just money, but maybe even nutrients? Well, let's dig in and find out.
Ah yes, this is the image they sell us, right? These gorgeous, sun-drenched fields, food picked at that one perfect moment. It's a really powerful idea. But you know what? This picture leaves out a huge piece of the story. The long, long journey that so-called fresh food takes just to get to your kitchen.
And it's on that journey that the whole story about nutrition gets, well, really, really interesting. So let's peel back the label and look at the surprising truth of what the science actually says.
Okay, so here is the absolute key difference. Frozen produce, it's picked and then flash frozen, usually within hours. That process literally locks in the vitamins and minerals right at their peak. But fresh produce is often picked before it's even ripe, so it can survive that long truck ride. And every single day it spends in transit or sitting on a grocery store shelf, it can be losing nutrients. And this isn't just a theory. The research totally backs this up. Study after study shows that frozen produce often has just as many nutrients. And get this, in some cases, like with vitamin E, frozen can actually be more nutritious than the fresh stuff that's been sitting around for a week.
So here it is, the bottom line from the experts. Despite all the fancy marketing for fresh food, the scientific consensus is pretty clear. There's barely any nutritional difference. They're both fantastic for you. So you can feel absolutely great about grabbing that bag of frozen broccoli.
Some studies even point to this thing called free radical scavenging activity being higher in certain frozen fruits. Now, what does that even mean? Well, in simple terms, it's their power to fight off damage to your body's cells. It's just a fascinating peek at how the freezing process can preserve these really powerful compounds. But hold on, the story doesn't end with nutrition. Not even close. The advantages of frozen produce go way beyond the price tag. There are these incredible hidden benefits that can have a huge impact on your wallet, and yeah, even the planet.
Get a load of this number, 47%. One study found that using frozen foods can slash a household's food waste by almost half. I mean, just think about all the fresh berries or spinach you've had to sadly throw out because they went bad. This is a total game changer.
And here's exactly why. Frozen produce is almost always cheaper, especially when you're buying something that's out of season. It lasts for months, not days. And it's ready to go. No washing, no chopping. You just use what you need and then pop the rest right back in the freezer. It's convenience and saving money all in one bag.
Okay, I know what a lot of us think. Oh, frozen fruit, that's for my morning smoothie. But honestly, if that's all you're using it for, you are seriously missing out. It is time to think way, way beyond the blender.
The possibilities here are endless. You can roast frozen veggies straight from the bag until they get all caramelized and delicious. You can bake with frozen fruit. You don't even have to thaw it. Toss frozen spinach or peppers straight into a stir fry or an omelet. Or simmer down some frozen berries to make the most amazing syrupy topping for yogurt or pancakes.
So now that we all know the why, let's talk about the how. Here's a super simple playbook to help you make the absolute smartest choices the next time you're at the grocery store.
Now, this is a really important point. While frozen produce has an amazing shelf life, it doesn't last forever. For the absolute best flavor and nutrition, you really want to try to use it up within about 8 to 12 months. Once you get past a year, you'll probably start to notice the quality isn't quite what it was.
And you know what? Maybe the most important takeaway here is that you don't have to pick a side. This isn't some fresh versus frozen battle to the death. The smartest strategy is to use both. Just imagine a salad with the perfect crispness of fresh greens, topped with the convenience of some perfectly roasted frozen butternut squash. That's the best of both worlds.
This chart just makes it super simple. If you need something with that perfect crisp texture for dinner tonight, like a salad, yeah, go fresh. But if you're stocking up for the week or you need a super quick side dish for dinner, frozen is your best friend. And as you can see, sometimes the perfect meal uses both, like a fresh banana with frozen blueberries on top of your oatmeal.
So there you have it. That freezer aisle isn't a nutritional compromise. It's actually a brilliant strategy for your health, for your budget, and for the planet. So the only question left is, now that you know all this, how are you going to change your next grocery trip?